Okay, this is a reaction video. I failed with PP Filmmacher. He asked to do this one. I did a different one. I did a different one from Connor Sullivan, but this is the one that he wanted me to do a reaction to. So I'm going to do it for him this one. My first German soccer game, Insane, from Connor Sullivan. Like I said, I did one with his Derby, which was with Stuttgart. Was it Stuttgart? And well, I'm wearing my Arsenal shirt. I love the German football too. I love English football, but Arsenal is my club. And but here we go. Let's see. My first German soccer game, Insane.
They told me you couldn't get better than European soccer. Ooh, I think you might be right.
Okay, this is looks like. And to be fair, not all this takes place at football matches. You don't have, I mean, there are people passionate about it, but you don't have people going crazy at every single game. But they do go crazy at quite a few of them, though.
Who am I rooting for? Ooh, whatever I gotta do to not die. Because the cop legitimately looked at me and he was like, "You know where you're sitting?" I said, "I have no idea."
You better know where you're sitting in some of these games. You don't want to sit in the wrong spot, that's for sure. Oh, and by the way, Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. I just had to say it. Who rules North London? These guys do.
He was like, "Are you sure you want to go in?" I was like, 100%, I just bought this ticket. We're about to see what it's like to sit in the opponent section of the home team stadium.
Now, why would you want to do that? You better not deck out in the home team's uniform, or else you might not make it out of there. Yeah, that's definitely Stuttgart.
Sports, guys. That's what it's about. Freaking sports.
Ich weiß nicht, wie machst du das mit deinem Mann? Kannst du den hören? Ach so,
What up, everybody? See this? Behind me, those are the soccer fans. I just got here to Bad Cannstatt, and I'm actually going to a Stuttgart VfB game today, and they're playing their biggest rival. They got like cops in the air, in the helicopters, and cops in the streets because apparently there's like a big rally. One of the people who follows the videos, he messaged me and he was like, "Yo, you gotta go to the game. It's called the Karawane. Karawane. It's spelled K-A-R-A-W-A-N-E.
Karawane.
You don't know what that means or how to pronounce it, but they walk from Bad Cannstatt station, which is like a mile away from the stadium, all the way down to the stadium, chanting crazy things. So I'm gonna get in this crowd, and this is gonna be my very first like real football experience because the Stuttgart VfB used to be in the Bundesliga 1, so they have like a huge fan base that's been here since like 1800, something like that. And the people that they play are from like, I'm not sure exactly how far away, but it's called a derby because they're so close.
Yeah, Derby. It's called a derby, and he's Americanizing it, calling it a derby, but it's a derby. And there are a lot of famous derbies around the world. Like I've mentioned them before, but you know, you have the North London Derby, which I just saw this past weekend. The Manchester Derby with Manchester United and Manchester City. Manchester City won 6-3 this past weekend. You have, and I'm talking about English derbies, you know, the Tyne-Wear derbies and that sort of thing. But in Germany, there's the Derby, Stuttgart. Let's see, I know there's the one with Schalke and Dortmund, and I think Stuttgart. I forget who Stuttgart's derby is, but yeah, derby is just a match with two teams from the same area for all intents and purposes that are close to each other.
Each other, and the rivalry is so big, so I'm gonna jump in the crowd, do what I do, film everything, maybe ask some questions, and hopefully get into the game. I don't have a ticket. We're gonna see what happens.
Well, what is he with you without having tickets?
You know how that works. Let's go. Most people from here, which is like the main station for the stadium, they walk to the stadium. And you can see there's like cops and everything, and it should be fun. So yeah, everybody's walking through here, and they have cops on all sides. I had no idea. Like, see behind me, all those cops. And then everybody, let's do it, man. Everybody's going to the bars. See, look at before the game. This is just in the train station. Imagine like out in the real bars. You know you're at a real soccer experience when they got the riot police out.
Well, they're not going to take any chances. This is like the last game last thing you went to. They're not going to take any chances with this.
I'm feeling good about this one. Let's go, baby. Woo! So I'm just gonna follow everybody else who's wearing the Stuttgart jerseys with the Mercedes-Benz on the front. Look at how many beer bottles on the streets.
Yeah, that's something I don't understand. The beer bottles, those empty beer bottles, are people just throwing them away? Well, look like there's a guy there in the upper picking them up. But that is rather strange.
By the way, each beer bottle is worth like 25 cents, I think, or 15. There's got to be a couple $100 on the ground right now.
Yeah, so that may be why. Well, if maybe you don't want it, your money back or something like that, they can turn it in, get some euros.
But I'm not trying to pick it up. I'm trying to go to the game.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Again, this is the first time you've ever seen a video with me. I did a couple of German soccer videos. I went from Passport 2, and I did another one that Connor Sullivan did. And I've been to Germany before. I went to the World Cup in 2006. Never been to a domestic football game in Germany. But one thing I did notice when I was there is how big football is in Germany. It's something that in America you know about, but I've told people you really don't have an idea until you go and see it for yourself.
This is exactly what I was looking for when I was thinking European German soccer. That's what I live for, man. Energy, people. Ooh, baby. And like I said, when the riot police are out, you know it's gonna be a good day.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.
And I think that's the same most places, and maybe not so much in America because you don't see a lot of. I know you see in Seattle people walk to the games, but most of the football matches that I've been to in the United States are MLS games. I've been to games in Seattle, a couple games in Seattle. I've been to games in Los Angeles, Chicago, and DC. You don't see a whole lot of what you see here, where people are in the bars prior to a game and then walk to the stadium because it's not set up that way.
No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways.
If anything, this in the United States, this looks more, with the exception of the alcohol. Now they do drink alcohol, but not in open containers like this. But this looks more like a college football atmosphere.
Till my shadow turns to sun rays.
The stadium is right over there. You can see the top of it. And everybody is walking all the way up and then over to the stadium. Like I said, this is what I want to see. The crowds, baby. The riots, baby. I'm assuming most people are pretty lit at this point. Maybe they won't feel too bad about me filming. But hey, maybe they'll attack me. I really have no idea what's about to go down, so whatever does go down, I'll get it on video, show you the experience. German football at its finest. We got the cops coming in. Rolling. I think I already missed the big old chant where they walk down. I'll put a clip that I found on YouTube of that part. You get the idea. I wasn't there to experience the chant where they all run down and like bang drums and stuff, but I'll put that right here. That was pretty sick. I saw that last night, and I was like, man, I gotta go to the game. If it's that crazy.
You know, it's funny. I remember we went to an international football match. It was the United States versus Costa Rica at what used to be Crew Stadium. They have a new stadium, but you could tell the American fans or the American who were in charge of it didn't understand, because in South America they like to get to the game really, really early. They couldn't understand why they couldn't get the game kicked off at 7:30, but they wanted to be in there partying and celebrating at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I think that's a thing down in South America. If it's, I'm not right, correct me if I'm wrong, but Costa Rica, they wanted to be in the game in the stadium by 10 o'clock, starting to drink and party and wait for the game, even though they were that early for it. It was amazing.
Before the game, I can only imagine how crazy the fans are during the game. So hey, I don't have a ticket. I'm gonna try to get in.
I don't fuck with you.
Carl's ruined. They're giving him the fingers.
You little stupid ass. Shame with you. You little dumb.
You know, actually, I actually had a chance to do that. Not there, obviously, but it was in Philadelphia. It was for Manchester United versus the Philadelphia Union. They were playing at the Lincoln. I think it's called Lincoln Financial Field there in Philadelphia. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Manchester United's bus drove right by me, and I had the opportunity to give him the bird, but I did not do that. My father was a Manchester United fan, so that wouldn't have gone over too well with him.
Flipping them off the whole time, chasing the bus. Oh, sports, my friends. I was used to that too. When we went to UCLA, we went to Notre Dame, big games like that, the fans would stand as the buses went by and just be like, frick you guys. And for me, as someone who likes hype and all that, you know, the hype of the game experience doesn't bother me, man. I love that stuff. Honestly, the more intense, the better for me.
That's why derbies are like this are so important. That's why it's the atmosphere. The atmosphere is just out of this world. And if you've been to any games that are, look, I've been to the Ohio State Michigan game, which is a rivalry, the biggest rivalry in the Midwest, as far as I'm concerned, maybe the best rivalry in the country. Based on what I've seen and what I've heard, I don't think it even comes close to anything like this.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
We're getting a little bit closer to the stadium, and it is a zoo.
And again, let me know, because this is the second time the first time I guess they did it. The second time I've seen this happen. Can you just go to a game? I'm not talking about a rivalry or a derby, but could you just go to open a stadium and get in? Maybe scalp tickets or something like that. Is it possible? Is like they do in the United States or secondary market? You just show up, and maybe somebody will give you a ticket or buy an extra ticket. I'm pretty sure you can, but I'm kind of curious if it works the same way as it does here in the United States.
Got the right idea right here. That's cash money right there. Oh, I'm like a kid right now at a candy store. I'm just trying to get to where the most people are, which is pretty much right here, because I'm outside the stadium. The stadium's right there, Mercedes-Benz, and then they have the Porsche Arena right here, so everybody's just like congregating outside, and there's no laws against like public drinking, so everybody has a beer or whatever you want actually here.
Yeah, in the United States, if I had a glass of beer and open it, be open container, I'd get cited for that.
Drink it outside, sit on the grass, nice Sunday. Sports, guys. That's what it's about. Freaking sports. Yep.
Along the way, melodies we haven't played.
I would for sure compare this to like a college game day, maybe like Alabama, Auburn, USC, UCLA, stuff like that, where everybody's just like tailgating before, get a little.
Which is what I said earlier. It's more like a college atmosphere, and that's certainly not as. I think this is more intense than a college atmosphere, but it has the feel and look of a college atmosphere.
You know, jumping before the game, go in the game and just get rowdy, dude. So I'm gonna keep walking around. I'll show you everything, and then I gotta start making moves for some tickets. Stadium right here, man. Sorry, you forgot your beer. There it is. But you can already hear the fans chanting inside. I'm not sure how good the audio is on this, but they're already doing their ole, 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 ole.
Going around these walls, trying to create a song. I don't wanna miss.
That was crazy. All right, so I was filming that outside of the stadium. I should have kept my camera rolling, because this guy comes up, obviously speaking German. I didn't know what he was saying, but pretty much he's saying, get the fuck out of here, don't film. And he goes up to the gate. I'm standing right next to the gate filming. Put the camera down, right? He comes up to me and he just bangs on the gate. And I'm like, bro, what's your deal? I'm on your side. I'm just trying to film the stuff. And apparently, I don't know. I'm assuming it has to do with like everybody's drinking and they just don't want to be filmed. But hey, I apologize, my friend. I'm just trying to show this experience to the world. Okay, then the security came and he like, ran up to me and he's like, yo, they don't want you to film. In English, he said they don't want you filming. And he's like, I'm sorry, like they're hooligans and they just go crazy on.
Yeah, the hooligans, you know, if they're in the stadium and they're not coming out, screw them. Film all you want. But if you're standing right next to them, yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'll stop filming right now.
Game day. Because they're all just wasted right now. So hey, it's part of the experience. I want everything. I want the good and the bad, the ugly, but honestly, all those things they're good for me, man. Something that I'm going to change next time. I'm going to wear a jersey of Stuttgart before I come here. Because if you're not wearing the jersey, they stare you down. They stare you down. They're like, where are you from? Who are you rooting for? Because if you're not rooting for us, get the F out of here. Crazy, dude. It's crazy. I like that, though. Hey, I respect the loyalty to the club. But if you watch this video, I am from Stuttgart. I play for Stuttgart Scorpions. So I support Stuttgart VfB. Don't kill me, please. I just bought a very, very cheap ticket. 20 euros. And guess what? I came up to the police. I said, where do I go? They looked at my ticket. They looked at me. They said, do you have anything with VfB Stuttgart on you? I said, no. Why? They were like, because you're sitting in the opponent section and you can't leave. And I was like, fudge, because I'm used to stadiums where you walk in, right? You can sit wherever you want. You just walk around.
Yeah, and I've said this before. If you go into an NFL stadium, but the Steelers are playing the Browns or the Lions are playing the Colts or whoever's playing whoever, okay? And let's say if I'm in Philadelphia, say the Eagles are playing. And they're playing the Cowboys, and I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I put on a Dallas Cowboys shirt. I can sit wherever I want. Wherever my seat is, I said, you know, they might make it to dirty looks or something like that, but that's going to happen to me. But in stadiums like this, if you're wearing opponent's uniform and you're sitting in where Stuttgart is, that could be a problem.
I haven't gone in yet. We'll see how this is. They have riot police, and I'm probably going to take off my Stuttgart hat so that I can survive. Because the cop legitimately looked at me, and he was like, you know where you're sitting? I said, I have no idea. I just moved here from LA. He was like, are you sure you want to go in? And I was like, 100%. I just bought this ticket. And we're about to see what it's like to sit in the opponent section of the home team stadium. So we'll see. I'm taking this off. And considering how that...
Now, let's just say, for argument's sake, like I said, I'm an Arsenal fan. Let's say I went to the Derby and I actually got a ticket where Spurs fans are. Okay? I would take off all allegiance to Arsenal. I would, I would make sure I would have all allegiance to Arsenal. I may not put on Spurs and stuff, but I would at least be able to blend into the game and know where I'm at. So if Arsenal scores, I may give a little fist underneath this, to myself, but I will keep my mouth shut and I won't jump up and cheer, okay? Because that's a good way to get myself hurt. So you just gotta be smart about it.
Freaking Stuttgart fan talked to me before. I might be safer here. Who knows? It should be fun. The riot police are coming, so I'm gonna...
Well, that would be something if I sat where the Spurs fans were for an Arsenal game. It would be very difficult to sit down because I'd also have to jump up and cheer when Harry Kane scores a penalty, even though I hate the SOB.
Put the camera away. Walking in for the first time to see what it looks like.
There are people who would prefer to stand during a football match. When we watched Columbus Crew for the longest time, we stood on the mezzanine and watched it from there, didn't sit in our seats.
Tell you where I'm at. So I'm stuck in the opposing team section, and it's fenced off, and it's only about like 50 yards from end to end with just like big old gates, so you can't get by. The other 92% of the stadium is all Stuttgart fans, chanting like crazy. They're out there, dude. The whole stadium's packed. They were right. This is dope. Because it's a derby, and these teams are so close to each other, they hate each other. So that's why the cop was like, yo, you sure you want to stay here? So I'm trying not to film like out in the open in front of everybody, because I was looking up as I was filming, and the dudes in the blue were just like trying to size me up, like, is this guy from us? We got to take him out. So, you know, I'm aware of what's going on.
You have to know where you are in situations like that. Now, I'm not going to do them for you, but I do know a couple of Spurs chants that they sing during the games. So if I ever had to sit with the Spurs fans, I would know I could jump up and scream and blend in. I would be lying my. In fact, you can now see me on YouTube. If you ever saw me and you're a Spurs fan, you'd be able to go, oh, that SOB, he snuck in here and with us and it could cause me problems. So obviously I wouldn't do that. But in fact, I've actually gotten slack wearing an Arsenal shirt out in Los Angeles, and I went to a game. Who was playing? I think it was a Los Angeles derby. It was LAFC and LA Galaxy, and I had my Arsenal shirt on, and there were some Spurs fans there that gave me some slack for it. But I did get some thumbs up from Arsenal fans too.
I'll try to film a little bit, but this experience is perfect. Worth 20 euros. They compete with each other in chanting, but Stuttgart's way louder because they have 90% of the fans. It's like 55,000 people. And then I think the blue block is like 5,000 people, so I'm part of the blue. Who am I rooting for? Woo! Whatever I gotta do to not die. This is good. This is dope, man. The only thing you can do is come visit yourself. But if I can show you a little bit more about German soccer, I did my job. Thanks for watching, y'all. This is my welcome to German soccer. This is the blue block. Over here is like everybody else from the Stuttgart, and they got this fence right here. This fence, so no one will fight. But I still don't feel very safe. Like I'm in this side, and I'm trying to like stand there with like a look on my face, so like no one will be like down to fight me. Because like every time I look at someone, I see them down to fight. These people down in the front who are like the super fans, or like the what do you call them?
The ultras, the hooligan. The ultras is what you call them.
Like the clan, pretty much. Like they have masks on.
I know they call them the clan.
And they look like they're ready to fight or do anything for their team. Pair copious amounts of alcohol with diehard loyalty, and you're bound to get a good experience. That's what I need right there.
I said before that it's like a college football atmosphere outside. Inside, it's nothing like that. Okay, college football doesn't have a clue what this is all about. This would they might actually stop the game in the college football if they had an atmosphere like this.
Woohoo! It's soccer, eh? Oh! That's good.
The Passport 2 video that I did when they were at Kaiserslautern, it wasn't even a full stadium. It was nothing like this.
That's some German soccer right there. You see that? Burning the stadium down. That's why I came to see, bro. They threw flares on the field, and now people are arguing. Look at this guy.
seen videos of pre-games before matches where the fans get at each other's throats and are arguing back and forth like this. The key thing is that they don't jump over and actually start throwing fists at each other.
Boy, if you don't
Trying to keep my mouth shut for a long period here so you can experience this, see what it looks like.
They stopped the game because people were throwing flares on the field, dude. Crazy.
Players are going over to clap and pay homage to their fans. And look, we've got a guy there giving the finger to his own team. They're ticked off. Obviously, they lost the game.
No way. Their own fans are flipping them off because they didn't play well enough today. It's freaking crazy. Now, the visiting fans, they have to wait until every home team fan leaves the stadium, and then they let them out.
It can be done either way because I've seen situations like that where the away teams fans have to sit there and wait until the home team fans leave. I've seen other things. It would make more sense to me to let the away team fans leave first because there's fewer of them. So the home team fans with them. I don't know why they don't do it that way. Maybe there's a reason. You can tell me why. But it would make more sense to let because there's only he says 5,000 fans. Let them get out of there. Get them on their way. Don't even let it screw around. Say go.
Separately. So I'm still stuck in the cage here as Stuttgart fans leave. So we're all just waiting here, and they're just yelling back and forth, throwing beer cups and lighting flares. So it's a good time. Y'all. So everybody's sitting, chanting, going crazy. And they lit off all the fireworks from up here. Look, there's still some fire burning. It's kind of cool. The leader stands right here. Look at this.
What it said there was KSC burned Stuttgart flags.
Game over. I was talking to a nice guy. He was a fan for the other team, and he was saying how some people, the hooligans from each squad, just come to the games or to the area after the game just to fight. And he was saying that there'll probably be fights happening outside the stadium, even in like local bars, like in alleyways, wherever. People come here and they fight each other. Like you saw how they have to clean the stadium, obviously. Look at all this. It's nuts. But yeah, people come here just to fight. I don't know if I'll get any of that on film. I don't really want to. I'm trying to stay safe here, man, because I actually felt a little bit for the first time at a sporting event, like, there's stuff going down here, man. Like, I gotta be careful where I step or what I say, who I look at. So it's cool to see how passionate people are about soccer here. So I'm looking forward to other soccer games. If any of you guys have opinions on who I should visit next, or if you got the hookups with the
I'd like to see you visit, well, I don't know how long ago you did this video, but I'd like to see you visit the Schalke Dortmund or maybe Dortmund Bayern Munich. something like that.
Tickets, I will pay you some cash money so I can get another experience like this. This is what I always say. Money spent on experiences like this, you know, things that will change your perspective on how people live their lives and how things are in the world, is money well spent. So and that was Hope Fit Firework. Lego. That's nuts. We exit on one side of the stadium. Stuttgart fans exit on the other side. And you see that? This walkway is lined on pretty much both sides. Anywhere there's an entrance, there's riot police, full gear. Hopefully I got a couple shots. I was like trying to be discreet because I don't want to start anything here. We basically have to walk like a mile, 2 miles, all the way down to the train station where there's a special train for fans from this team that takes them right back to their city, which is nuts. It's just crazy.
Yeah, they don't mess around. They don't have, again, if you go to like a rivalry game in like I said, I'm in Ohio, where Ohio State plays Michigan, everybody goes into the stadium, everybody comes out of the stadium. There's no reason to separate. Nobody's gonna get any fist fights. Well, maybe there are a few fist fights if someone opens their mouth or something like that. But most people, you don't hear about stuff like that, and it would be a big deal if you did. But they don't even take any chances in games like this.
Crazy the lengths they go to, because people will legitimately, if they see a Stuttgart fan or vice versa, just sprint at each other and start fighting. Police dogs, they have a couple snipers up on a freaking building there, just like overlooking, I guess just in case like terrorist stuff. And then riot police, full gear, like I said before. I'm so glad I came out here and spent 20 euros. You can see riot police marching alongside the opposing fans right now. Look at this. Those are the people that are like shooting off the rockets and stuff with the masks on. And the guy sitting next to me told me that they put on the masks and everything. They wear the masks so that when they're doing all that illegal stuff, like shooting off fireworks, you're not allowed to do that in the game. But they sneak the fireworks in, and they have a cannon and all that jazz. But they have the masks on during the game so that when they're doing it and the TV cameras are on them, nobody knows who it is. So they can't really press charge. So what they basically did is made sure every single fan of the opposing team got the heck out of here, went to their train station. They're still walking. Look at it. It's so nuts. And once they leave, then they're going to let the Stuttgart fans, which are right back here, see them walking down the street. And they have 20 or so police cars right in between them so they can't turn around and clash with each other like Braveheart, which is probably what would happen.
Again, it's insane to think that you have to take those precautions for a football match to keep those fans away because they're going to throw fists at each other over two teams. I have nothing against. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I have nothing against Spurs fans. I really don't. I mean, I want to see us beat them. Obviously, I love that we're the kings of North London again. But I'm not going to lose any sleep if a Spurs fan walks by me and after they win and is cheering because they won. They would have the right to do that. But I don't have that kind of hatred like these people do.
No more beer for Sullivan.
All right, so I'm standing at the bus stop. At the bus stop, he read my bag, and he's watched all my videos, and I appreciate you saying hello.
All-time number one for Stuttgart Scorpions.
All right, thank you.
Connor Sullivan.
Thank you to meet you guys.
See you.
Yeah, thank you. Isn't that crazy? I really appreciate the love of Germany, and I legitimately was standing at the bus stop, and he read my USC. See you guys. He read my USC tag, and he's like, "You're Connor Sullivan. I watch your videos." Kind of crazy. I appreciate it, y'all. Hey, see that bus stop right there? I was there for 35 minutes. It didn't work. I'm gonna end up just running home, going back to Bad Cannstatt. Works for me. This video has been dang fun to make. I really enjoyed going to that soccer game. I want to say thank you for watching the videos. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for the German people who have watched these videos and people back home in America. Everybody, love you guys. And stay adventurous. Keep doing you and always believe in yourself.
This is Connor Sullivan. This is my first German soccer game in Spain. I did another one, which was, I guess, maybe the second one, or he did a another one. This is the one that they wanted me to do, so I just did it. Again, fascinating, interesting. Nice to know you can show up at a football match in Germany and without a ticket and find a way to get one. But this was fun, interesting, and thanks for watching. Please click like, share, and subscribe for Connor Sullivan, and please click like, share, and subscribe for me. And have a good rest of your day. Thank you.